One Radio Network. Dak is back. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott returned to practice Monday after missing the last few weeks of camp with a sore right shoulder. Dallas head coach Mike McCarthy says he's feeling, quote, no urgency to play his starting quarterback this preseason. Either way, Prescott says he'll be ready to play week 1. So who will the Patriots starting quarterback be week 1? Even Cam Newton doesn't know. The Patriots current quarterback 1 said Monday he has yet to be told if it will be him or rookie first-round pick Mac Jones under center in New England's opener. The Niners expect Pro Bowl defensive end Nick Bosa to be able to practice in full next week. The 2019 Defensive Rookie of the Year has been out since suffering a season-ending knee injury last September. Eagles first-round pick Devontae Smith returned to practice Monday. He's been out the past 2 weeks with a knee sprain. No word yet on when he'll make his preseason debut. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, get a $10 gift card when you buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 motor oil for $27.99. A deal so rich, they'll call you an oil tycoon. Yep, with great oil for $27.99 and $10 back. All you'll need is a monocle. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Participating locations does not include state local taxes or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Rebate restrictions apply. Offer ends 8/31/21.
The real estate market is always tough. But this market, it's unlike anything we've ever seen. The average home stays on the market just 24 days and houses routinely go for more than the listing price. Who you work with matters. Realtors have the expertise, local knowledge, and personal touch to give you a competitive advantage throughout the entire home buying process. And that's something an ordinary agent could never do. So make sure your agent is a realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. I did mention it's a Tuesday, 17th day of August, 2021. And what happened on this date in history? On this date in 1790, the capital city of the U.S. moved to Philadelphia from New York City. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it bounced around a bit until they carved out the District of Columbia from several states, and Washington, D.C. became the capital. Okay, well, you could look it up. Yeah, it's there in the history books. Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. Good heavens, they don't teach American history anymore, do they? On this date in 1807, Robert Fulton's North River steamboat, known as the Clermont, began heading up New York's Hudson River on its successful round trip to Albany. And on this date in 1939, the movie Wizard of Oz premiered in New York. Yeah, well, it had premiered in Hollywood about 2 days earlier. So that's what happened on this date in history. Coming up, we have a look at what will be history, what's going on today. Yeah, we'll jump in with a look at world and California news and local news and in-depth weather. We'll give you the who's and the whys. And, we'll just keep you informed. It's what we do. And keeping you informed, oh boy, I can hardly wait. Yeah, Girl Scouts have a new cookie. Yeah, a new cookie for the 2022 cookie lineup. Yeah, they call it the Adventureful cookie. Yeah, an indulgent brownie-inspired cookie with caramel-flavored crema and a hint of sea salt. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll still stick with Thin Mints and the shortbreads. Yeah, those are the ones I like. Okay, you can have the Adventurefuls if you want. That's okay with me. I don't mind. How about we celebrate some birthdays today? Actor Robert De Niro is 78. Gary Talley, he plays guitar for the Box Tops. He's 74. Actor Robert Joy is 70. Singer Kevin Rowland of Dexy's Midnight Runners, come on Eileen, is 68. Singer Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's, 63. Actor Sean Penn is Strange, and he is 61. Gilby Clarke of Guns N' Roses, 59. Actor David Conrad is 54. Actor, singer Donnie Wahlberg is 52. He was one of the new kids on the block. I think they're still performing. And they're not hardly kids anymore, are they? Actor Brighton James is 35. Actor Brady Corbett is 33. Actor Thaisa Farmiga is 27. There you go. We've got our birthdays, our big shot birthdays. Of course, now we've got our local birthdays. We are celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday, Alex Guerrero Jr., Andrea Franco, Chase Handy, Rachel Powers, Grady Weeks, Mario Zamaripa, Jacob Munoz, Martha Ibarra, Lorenzo Aguirre, Alex Ojeda, Christy Phillips, Jesus Marquez, Lindsay Stewart, Mary Mata, Mike Curate, Nathan Hamilton, Olga Moreno, Rosa Padilla, Anthony Silva, Alaya Phillips, and happy anniversary, Lloyd and Betty Miller. Well, birthdays and an anniversary. Okay, Lloyd, don't forget. Okay, you've been reminded. We mentioned we've got news coming up. Friday, we've got our first high school football game of the season. John Triffle and I will be at Southwest High School, and it will be the Holtville Vikings visiting the Eagles, and we'll be on the air at 6:45 on AM 1230 and live on YouTube. What other games are going on? Well, Central will entertain Mount Carmel. It's Vincent at San Diego High School, Calexico hosting Palo Verde, and Brawley will be in San Diego to take on Mater Dei. So high school football is back. And so are the Raiders. Saturday, we've got the Raiders and the Rams. That game will start at 6:30, and our game on FM 107.5, the Imperial Valley home of the Las Vegas Raiders. I didn't mention Imperial because, A, they're not playing this Friday. They will play Friday the 27th at West Hills, and it'll be Mickey Dale and George Grijalva bringing you that action on the web, KXORadio.com. Got you covered. Yeah, it's what we do. Right now, we will take a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by your friends in the air conditioning business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Got a problem with your AC? Call Lock today.
CBS News Brief. Those scenes of chaos in Afghanistan with terrified civilians clinging to the wheels of departing U.S. aircraft.
Clearly, this withdrawal was not going to be pretty. Withdrawals never are.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson on CBS this morning. The Pentagon's ramping up those evacuation plans. Army Major General Hank Taylor on the state of play at Kabul airport so far today.
7 C-17s departed. These flights lifted approximately 700 to 800 passengers.
Coronavirus with new COVID cases taking off again. Boosters are in the wings for all fully vaccinated Americans. That could start as early as September. Ask these emergency room workers what's at stake.
Our medics are being overworked like crazy.
Selena Shia is the president of the Austin EMS Association. She says there are 39 full-time and 7 part-time ambulances in Austin, Travis County. But because EMS workers are leaving the profession, some of them aren't running.
KEYE's Ricardo Lewis in Austin, Texas. CBS News Brief, I'm Vicki Barker.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Thousands of people desperately trying to get out of Afghanistan. And here in California, Governor Gavin Newsom says Afghan refugees will always be welcome.
We're already working in terms of a lot of those refugees coming in and working with CBOs and nonprofit organizations to make sure that they feel welcome and celebrated as members of our community.
The Bay Area, home to one of the largest Afghan communities in the country. Concern again on the fire lines as the weather forecast calls for another windy day in the region where the massive Dixie Fire continues to char acreage.
We're thinking southwest winds around 15 to 30 miles an hour, and it could be gusts as high as 40 miles an hour, especially on the ridge tops and any part of the mountains that are exposed.
Meteorologists show God's word, the fire growing to 578,000 acres Monday, containment at 30%. A father charged on suspicion of intentionally causing a wrong-way crash that killed his girlfriend and injured the couple's 4 young children on the 101 freeway in Encino. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, to repair or replace, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Greatest invention ever. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley. On Imperial Avenue, next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in Brawley. At the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation has issued the first ever mandated cuts in Colorado River water. The cuts come on the heels of a historic multi-year drought that has dropped water levels at Lake Mead and Lake Powell, the largest reservoirs on the river, to record lows. The mandated cuts will affect major water users in Arizona and Nevada. Arizona expected to lose about 8% of its allocation, and Nevada about 7%. Mexico will see a drop of about 5% of its river allocation. California has more senior rights and will see less of a loss. Imperial Valley has some of the most senior rights to Colorado River water. Well, the COVID-19 patient numbers, a little bit of in flux there. George Gale has more.
The county health department says the number decreased, but just slightly. There are currently 19 COVID positive patients hospitalized in Imperial County. That is down from one of the previous report. There are still 7 COVID positive patients in intensive care in the county. Health officials continue to stress the importance of being vaccinated against the virus. There have been 229,106 doses of the COVID vaccine administered in Imperial County. Vaccination clinics continue at the Veterans Memorial Hall in Imperial. Clinics are scheduled for every Tuesday and Thursday until the end of August. They are open from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon and from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. No appointments are needed. Vaccinations are free. They are also available at local pharmacies, private caregivers, and at Clínicas de Salud. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. For KXO Radio News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time is 7:43. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro suggest the works, including tire rotation and pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat the works. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro, ready to serve. Well, Hot Mineral Spa Road is closed between Honeywagon Road and Hot Spa Road. The closure until further notice for emergency road repairs, damage to the roadway. Again, that's Hot Mineral Spa Road between Honeywagon Road and Hot Spa Road. Well, the IID's regular meeting is today. Here's George Gale.
The Imperial Irrigation District says the meeting will be open to the public. They say those attending the meeting must wear an appropriate face covering, however. Those who do not wish to wear a face covering or attend the meeting in person can still view the meeting via live stream available on the IID website. A board of directors call their meeting into session at 8 o'clock in the morning. They go directly into closed session. Public session begins at 1 this afternoon. On the action agenda, the board will discuss salary changes for unrepresented hourly employees. They will discuss the energy cost adjustment billing factors for September, and they will receive the quarterly financial update. On their information agenda, the directors will hear the details of a 2021 budget amendment for a negotiated salary increase. Most of the action items will deal with work authorizations. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive in Brawley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Go to the Quick Lane website and download a coupon for big savings on the works.
1 to get ready.
We're ready.
2 to get set.
Tables are set.
And 3 to go.
Let's go.
Burgers and Beer is ready for you. We are open, and our meals are fresh and made to your order. We are set. Our tables are set. Our condiment trays are fresh, stocked, and chilled. Our doors are open, and it's go time. Come in and enjoy all your favorites at Burgers and Beer. The bacon is sizzling, the fries are frying, the burgers are cooking, and all of the beverages are ice cold. It's a good day at Burgers and Beer.
Page 2 of the local news, and we'll go deep into the weather. It's all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance, life insurance, auto and home insurance needs as well. Well, the ballots are in the mail. Vote by mail ballots for the September 14th California gubernatorial recall election are in the mail. The county registrar of voters has begun sending out the ballots, and registered voters should start receiving them this week. The mail-in ballots different than the information booklet that has already gone out. The ballots may be returned by U.S. mail, no postage required. They must be postmarked by Election Day. Ballot drop boxes will be located at the Imperial County Administration Center West parking lot and at the Brawley, Calexico, and Imperial City Halls. Voters may also drop ballots off at any polling place on Election Day. Well, the Rodriguez proceedings continued. George Gale has more.
It was a motion hearing. Defense made a motion to allow them to review all police evidence against the defendant. A motion was approved and proceedings were continued until August 19th. Rodriguez is charged with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder in an incident reported in 2019 in Brawley. Rodriguez hearings are being held at the El Centro Superior Court. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Yuma County Sheriff's Office is investigating a recent rash of burglaries. Deputies were dispatched to the area near the Desert Air Mobile Estates and Country Life Mobile Estates early Friday morning after receiving a report of 2 suspicious people loitering in the area. Deputies located evidence that led to the discovery of multiple vehicle burglaries and a residential break-in. The suspicious individuals were gone. YCSO says that security video of the suspects is being reviewed, and they're asking that anyone who might have any information contact Yuma County Sheriffs. And the next Film Commission webinar, it'll be this Saturday, the 4th webinar hosted by the Imperial County Film Commission. You have to register by Thursday. You can go to filmimperialcounty.com for more information. KXO News Time is 7:48.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
According to the National Weather Service, a very moist environment will support the chance of scattered showers and storms. With much drier conditions arriving by the end of the week, temperatures slightly below average will slowly warm back to near normal levels early next week. 107 our high yesterday, 83 the low. Sunny today with a high near 106. Heat index values will make it feel as hot as 111. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 82. Southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 101. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Right now we have 88 degrees downtown El Centro with that 66% our relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage.
Hi, Mike Morris here from El Centro Motors. We become the performance headquarters of the Imperial Valley. We have Shelby Raptors, we have Shelby cars, we have Shelby trucks, we have Celine trucks, we have Celine cars. We have stuff with 875 horsepower. We are the new performance headquarters of Imperial County, and you need to come down and take a drive. You won't believe what you see. And we're not like those dealers up in that are charging $20,000 over sticker, and we don't do that here at El Centro Motors. So remember, come check us out, and if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money. It's just that easy.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball. Well, the Rocks beat the Padres 6-5. Padres tried to come back, but a ninth-inning solo home run by C.J. Cron gave the Rockies that 6-5 win. Speaking of the Padres, they signed Jake Arrieta to a minor league contract. Arrieta is expected to be called up to the big team and start tomorrow's game. Yankees nipped the Angels 2-1. It was the Braves blistering the Marlins 12-2. Rays ripped the Orioles 9-2. Reds rolled over the Cubs 14-5. The White Sox topped the Athletics 5-2. 10 innings, the Twins topped the Indians 5-4. Royals, they slipped by the Astros 7-6. Giants beat the Mets 7-5, and the Dodgers continue to win. Yeah, it was home runs by McKinney and Muncy, and sounds like a law firm, but it was enough for the Dodgers to dump the Pirates 2-1. KXO Sports Time, 7:53.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds will meet in the 2022 edition of Major League Baseball's Field of Dreams game in Dyersville, Iowa. Well, the Yankees and the White Sox played amongst the cornfields this year, and the Cubs and the Reds next year. In the NBA, Philadelphia 76ers star center Joel Embiid is finalizing a 4-year, $196 million Supermax contract extension. That's why you can't afford to go to an NBA game, okay? Yeah, and Marcus Smart has agreed to a 4-year, $77 million extension with the Boston Celtics. Jumping to the NFL, Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson absent from practice after returning to the field last week. Watson, who reported to camp July 25th after requesting a trade, practiced for the first 5 days of training camp, not on the field for the next 5 days, then returned for 4 days of the third week of practice. Who knows? Yeah. And speaking of the NFL, you want to go to a Raiders game? Well, Las Vegas Raiders say if you want to go to a Raiders game at the brand new stadium, you better prove that you've been vaccinated. The Raiders said they'll offer fans the option of getting vaccinated on site at the Allegiant Stadium prior to Raider games, permitting newly vaccinated fans to enter, though they must be wearing a mask. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information.
In the classrooms we've prepared.
With the students we teach and care for.
Shoulder to shoulder with the parents we partner with. Across the communities we cherish.
A new school year begins.
We are ready to teach.
We are ready to teach. And excited to help all students succeed.
From our classrooms to the playing fields.
Our number one priority is student safety.
We're following all CDC guidelines and making sure that everyone is wearing masks.
We are determined.
We are determined to keep everyone safe
and make every school
in every neighborhood a special place to learn.
That's why the California Teachers Association wants to thank parents and families in every community for your dedication, hard work, and commitment to learning. Because we know quality public schools make a better California for all of us.
Paid for by the California Teachers Association.
Financial news and a brief look at weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. They also offer live scan fingerprinting to the public. Americans shopped less than expected last month as the Delta variant swept across the country, fueling concerns that the pandemic might once again weigh on consumer spending and the economic recovery. Sales declined by 1.1% in July, adjusted for seasonal swings, according to the Census Bureau. It was a steeper decline than economists had predicted. It was also the second decline in 3 months, suggesting that the pent-up demand that fueled the recovery in the winter and spring may have evened out. Meanwhile, Tesla is under investigation because, well, it seems its cars keep hitting emergency vehicles. Yeah, Tesla stock fell 5% in early trading following news of the probe. the federal safety regulators are investigating at least 11 accidents involving Teslas using their autopilot system that have crashed into emergency vehicles. And what's on the market? Well, it's red right now. The Dow Jones Industrial's down 291 points at 35,334. The NASDAQ off 98 points at 1466.95. On this date in 1987, by the way, the Dow Jones Industrial average closed above 2,700 for the first time. Today, we're down 26 points at 4,453. Bit of a gain there. Gold off $1.60 an ounce, and oil up 32 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
It will be sunny today with a high near 106. Heat index values will make it feel as high as 111. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 82. Southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 101. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, turning out of the east later in the morning. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. 89 degrees downtown, 68% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. By the way, they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting. I'm Steve Kafin. NATO's Secretary General blames Afghan leadership for the stunning collapse of the country, but Jens Stoltenberg admits the alliance is bruised, too, after a failed military training effort. Pentagon correspondent David Martin has the latest on what's going on at the airport in Kabul.
U.S. officials say the runway has been cleared at the airport and cargo planes are flying in and out. The ones coming in are bringing in more combat troops to enforce security, and the ones going out are taking evacuees. Officials believe they can fly out at least 5,000 people a day, and they estimate there are at least 30,000 American citizens and Afghans who once worked for the U.S. waiting for flights.
The Taliban today promised amnesty, said there would be no revenge, and indicated women will now be part of its new government. Afghan native and California college professor Mizgan Zaire Darby is scrambling to be in touch with relatives.
There's a sense of hopelessness. There is a sense of trepidation, sadness, and also seeing that Taliban flag go up has emerged in many the feeling of homelessness.
The White House is poised to recommend COVID booster shots for all people who got one of the 2-dose vaccines. Infectious disease expert William Schaffner.
We certainly have the production capacity for the vaccines. And of course, once the FDA gives the approval, we could then communicate to everyone when they would be eligible for that third dose.
Experts say concern about rising COVID cases and inflation kept spending down last month. The government says retail sales fell just over 1%. Grim situation in Haiti after the deadly earthquake. Dr. Scott Nelson's working at a hospital in Port-au-Prince.
We have many people that are in the emergency room on the floor and outside for lack of more space. Many of these are crush injuries, severe open fractures.
Tropical storm Grace is now drenching the country with rain. Fred is no longer a tropical storm, but it will be a rainmaker as it continues to head north.
As it moves into the mountains of North Carolina, it's going to take the moisture that is left in that storm, almost all of it, and it is going to rain it out over some very mountainous terrain. You start to see the potential for mudslides.
CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson. The storm caused flooding and power outages along the Florida Panhandle, apparent tornadoes in Georgia. The NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars have released Tim Tebow, ending the former quarterback's comeback attempt as a tight end. Wall Street, the Dow is down 306. This is CBS News.
CBS correspondent Allison Keyes goes deep into social justice issues across the nation on Kaleidoscope, a new podcast from CBS Audio. New episodes every Monday.
Tired of waking up hot and uncomfortable? Start sleeping cool on the Tempur-Breeze by Tempur-Pedic. It's engineered with a revolutionary cooling system that pulls excess heat away from your body to help you sleep deeper all night and wake up more refreshed every morning. The Tempur-Pedic Summer of Sleep ends soon. Don't miss our best offer of the year and your chance to get your best sleep of the summer. All Tempur-Pedic mattresses are on sale with savings up to $700 on adjustable mattress sets. Learn more at Tempur-Pedic.com.
How can I make sure my office never stops working?
With Staples Connect, it's possible.
I need to keep my back office stocked without messing up my bottom line.
Also possible, because Staples Connect has your small business covered with big savings on everything you need. This week, earn 30% back in a Staples store bonus when you spend $85 on ink or $200 on toner. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Limit 4 in-store only. Visit staplesconnect.com/store bonus for details. Ends 8/21.
There's news this morning in the war on cancer.
A new study shows consuming high amounts of vitamin D could protect people from early onset colorectal cancer. So eating things like fish, mushrooms, eggs, and milk can decrease chances of developing the disease or precancerous colon polyps. Experts say supplements also help. Overall, cases of colorectal cancer have been declining, but doctors are seeing an increase among young adults under 50. They say vitamin D can lower that risk by about 50%. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Boston's Old North Church is a site that's pivotal to the freedom of the nation and Paul Revere's ride. It's also the same place where slave owners and traders once worshipped. Now, a $75,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities will help the church's foundation overhaul its educational programming to reflect that. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I don't like it. I love it.